107.7 GNA, Justin Moore letting the night roll in Albany's #1 for new country. We're getting ready for the night roll tonight with Justin at the Glens Falls Civic Center. Tickets going to be available at the box office at the show. We have Justin in studio with us right now, streaming live on the WGNA Facebook page. And during this, the song, Justin, we were just talking. It's been a really tough year losing musicians.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably one of the worst that I can remember.
Yeah.
If not the worst.
So I want to reel off some names and first reaction, first word to describe that artist that comes to mind.
Okay.
So David Bowie.
Eccentric.
I like that. Good.
Yeah.
Glenn Frey.
To me, the glue that held the Eagles together, along with Don, but just quick story. I had the opportunity to go see those guys in Little Rock, which is close to where I live in Arkansas. It could not find a babysitter. This was 6-8 months ago, and I had like VIP this and that and all that, and have never seen them. Couldn't find a babysitter, didn't get to go, and I thought, well, they're still pretty young guys. They'll be doing it a while, and then, long story short, I don't guess I'll ever get to see them now. So yeah. It's selfishly I'm bummed because of that. Obviously, it's bigger than that with his family and friends, etc. But that's what I always remember, that I couldn't find a babysitter to go see him.
Well, you know what? With a guy like Frey, and I think Bowie too, it's like these are guys you grew up with.
Yeah.
These are your idols, and then boom,
Yeah, and I tell you what, with these guys too, it's the generation before us went through this with their idols and the folks they grew up idolizing and listening to their music, but personally, it makes you feel old too. You're going, man, we're losing all these guys, man. And then me as an artist, as far as the country guys we've lost, it's like, it's a lot of pressure to live up to those guys. I mean, me and the rest of the guys in this industry right now can do our best, but that's big shoes to fill when you're talking about
you guys are
the guys we've lost.
You are the Merle Haggard though, and those guys for the artists.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can replace those guys. No, there's a handful of folks you just can't replace.
Speaking of Merle, what comes to mind when you think of Merle?
Probably the best singer-songwriter ever in country music to me. And he's, he's one of those guys, again, we were talking earlier, he did his own thing. Nobody can be like him, really. I mean, he did some different things, and he didn't give a rip if somebody told him, you don't do that, man, nobody's going to care or whatever. And he did it, and people loved it. People ate it up. When he passed, we started doing like a 45-minute encore of nothing but Haggard songs, and so I'd go out, and this was a month ago or whatever, and go out and tell people, hey, I'm not going to run around the stage anymore tonight. I'm going to stand here with my guitar and play 45 minutes worth of Merle Haggard. If that's boring to y'all, take off.
And I bet everyone stuck around.
Yeah, it's really cool, a lot of fun.
Wow. All right, so one more in the most recent, Prince.
Yeah, and we were saying off the air, man, people gave Prince a hard time for different things. I mean, he was definitely a different cat, obviously. But nobody in any genre has ever been more talented than Prince. And, he was a musical genius to me. I'm not the biggest Prince fan because I listened to more Merle Haggard than I did Prince, but I definitely appreciate what he brought to music as a whole. And Purple Rain was always my go-to.
Yeah.
Karaoke go-to. Everybody goes, what's the one song you like to sing that's not country? And so that's always been my go-to. And I've played that song in 1,000 bars over the last 15 years, So we actually played it the other night. We played in Hawaii.
Oh, really?
We played in Hawaii, which was state number 49 of 50 for us. And we're playing 50 of 50, which is Alaska, later this year with our buddy Brantley. So it was a lot of fun, man. It was pretty cool.
Awesome. So, Justin, first, thanks for hanging out with us today. He's going to be at the Glens Falls Civic Center tonight with his good buddy, Josh Thompson. You guys go back a ways, huh? Yeah, we're great friends. We kind of came up together, close to the same age, same stylistically, pretty much the same. Our viewpoints on what country music should sound like are pretty much the same, and we just became great friends. We have a lot in common. We did a tour years and years ago together with Brad Paisley, 7-8 years ago, and
we would hang out after the shows, drink too much whiskey, and we wrote a few songs too. So it's he's got 2 or 3 songs that he wrote on my upcoming album. So it's anytime I get to play a show with him, it's always fun because I'm a huge fan. So.
Awesome. So we're going to wrap up today. Aaron, our LLS, did you have any questions for Justin today, or you're going to be shy?
No, I have a young daughter.
Come on up to the microphone here.
She's got a young daughter. I have 3 young daughters.
Oh, my God.
Almost 2, 4, and 6.
God bless you, Justin.
I'm screwed.
I have a 7-year-old daughter, and so I'm blessed to be a parent. I wouldn't change it for the world. So I'm just wondering, what's your favorite thing about being a dad? And do you miss anything about your life before you started becoming a huge artist? Is there anything that you miss most?
Yeah, boy, answering what my favorite thing about being a dad is tough. It's as you know, being a parent. I have all girls. I have a 21-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and my favorite thing, I would say, if I had to choose one about being a dad to little girls, is when we're doing something or we're somewhere, or even if we're at home, whatever it is that I do, and I can tell they could not be any happier. That moment, all those moments are my favorite parts about being a dad. And I'm an idiot. I'll do anything. I mean, I'll let them paint my toenails, and I'll let them do my hair and all that. So any of those moments I love, where I can tell that, they're content and happy and having a good time. As far as before we had success in music, I miss not being famous. I mean, that sounds kind of funny, and I'm not Brad Pitt famous, obviously, but people recognize me, and I didn't get into this for that, and it's probably the worst part about this, if I'm being completely honest. It's just, because I still, when I look in the mirror, I see myself as me, and people outside of my household and family see me differently. And I've said forever, I don't want to be defined by, he was a pretty good singer. He was a country music artist. Justin Moore, oh yeah, that country music artist. I want to be known for a lot more than that. So it's somewhat difficult at times to get past that, but we're working on it. So
you'll get there. You'll get there. Well, Aaron, great question. And,
yeah, it is
Aaron
a great
Adams, thank you again.
Thank you
for your donation.
That's a famous name, by the way. Aaron Adams. That sounds famous.
From Clifton Park, for your donation to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to help Bethany out. Justin, thank you so much for coming in studio today with Josh Thompson tonight at the Glens Falls Civic Center. We'll see you guys at the show. Some tickets available at the door. Hey, Justin, thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having me, buddy. Appreciate the continued support you guys give us here.
We love Justin Moore!
Thank you, guys.
Spring is in full swing.